You guys have been asking me for this, my chicken quesadillas. We're gonna make flour tortillas from scratch. This is so easy, and pair it with my foolproof back to basics, juicy, succulent chicken. You will not have dry chicken anymore. Let's do it. First, to get started, we need to marinate the chicken. So I find by using organic chicken, the flavor is so much better. I don't use everything organic, but I really noticed a difference in the chicken. In this preparation, I'm gonna show you how to make really, really juicy chicken. We're not gonna overcook it, and I'm telling you, the organic chicken makes a difference here. So buy organic. You want a large zipper bag, and we're just gonna add the chicken into the bag. Push out all the air and zip it up. Flat side of your meat mallet. Pound the hump so it cooks evenly. So we want it to be about a ½ inch thick all the way around. So we want about 5 garlic cloves. A little chefy tip, if you just take the root end, give it a nip, it makes it so much easier. When you whack the garlic, I like to call it the garlic, and then remove the skin. So the skins come off so much easier. And then you just want to finely mince the garlic. So this is for our marinade. Boom. Avocado oil, zip it up. Give it a little massage, because you want to make sure all that garlic is evenly dispersed over the chicken. Refrigerate to marinate 2 to 4 hours. You need 2 cups all-purpose flour. Best way to measure, scoop into your measuring cup and sweep the top. Best way to measure. The most accurate way to measure, your food scale, 280 grams. 1½ teaspoon kosher salt, 5 ounces very warm tap water, 2 tablespoons avocado oil. Add your dough hook onto your stand mixer. You could totally do this by hand in a bowl too. On low speed, just drizzle in the warm water. Push down the flour. Sometimes you just need to sort of help it along. Depending on the climate of where you live, you may need to add a little bit more flour or a little bit more water. So just sort of adjust it until you get this visual. Once it comes together over low speed, you want to increase the speed to medium and just let the dough hook knead the dough for about 2 minutes. We want it to be silky smooth. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Supple, smooth, super easy. And you want to divide this into 6. Give it a little pinch. I like to take a little bit of the avocado oil and just brush the top lightly, just a little bit. That way it doesn't form a skin while it's resting. All right, take a clean kitchen towel, and then we're just gonna let them rest so we can relax that gluten so we can have a nice tender flour tortilla. About 20-25 minutes. 2 poblanos and 1 jalapeno. You could also use a serrano. Here's a little fun fact. So see the sort of stretch marks on the jalapeno? Can you see that? That indicates that this is a spicy jalapeno. So when it was growing, the weather, the terroir, the humidity was really dry, so it made a more of a spicier jalapeno. And then you need 1 white onion. This is for our filling for our quesadillas. ½ moon slices. 2 poblanos sliced. Heat a 12-inch skillet over medium heat. 2 tablespoons avocado oil. You could also use canola oil, whatever oil that you love. Neutral flavor, high smoke point. And then we're just gonna add all the onions and our poblanos into the skillet. So we're gonna saute these until they're nice and tender, about 5-6 minutes. Season them with kosher salt and freshly cracked black pepper. All right, so you're just gonna cut the heat and then remove it into a bowl. So this is part of our filling. Those onions were nice and sweet, but they're sort of tender crisp. So we have a nice little snap to them. Good texture. You want a cast iron skillet over medium heat. We want it to be nice and hot. Just lightly dust your work surface. Roll it out into 8-inch diameter. And if the circle is not a perfect circle, don't you worry. That way it makes them look legit. Cradle the heat between medium and medium low. We don't want to burn our tortillas. We're really par cooking them. Place it right in Don't touch it. So you want to cook the first side for 45 seconds to a minute. See those bubbles right there? That's a good sign. Then give it a flip. Perfect. Cook the other side 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Move it to a clean kitchen towel. Keep it covered or they'll dry out. Here's what you want to do. Take a large zipper bag and then place the tortillas inside the bag. So they're still a tiny bit warm. So this is going to keep them nice and moist so they don't dry out. And then you could make these up to a week ahead and stick them in your refrigerator. Just like that. Pull them out and finish them. Grill them, saute them, fry them, whatever. Take your chicken out of the refrigerator 20, 30 minutes before because it's really cold. And obviously we're going to add it to the grill and we don't want to shock the meat with the extreme heat. So you want to heat a grill pan over medium heat. Season it with kosher salt. Season on both sides. And freshly cracked black pepper. A little extra oil. Don't touch it. Grill it 4 to 5 minutes on each side. We're just going to turn it 90 degrees halfway through. This is the reason why you turn it 90 degrees halfway. Those beautiful hatch marks. You just want to grill the other side 4 to 5 minutes. Then you want to turn it again 90 degrees so you get that even caramelization and those beautiful hatch marks. Remove them to rest 8 minutes. See that? That's clear juices. We got gold, baby. That is juicy, succulent chicken. Here I'm using Monterey Jack. You could use pepper jack, cheddar, whatever you want. You want a good melting cheese. And then we're gonna freshly grate it ourselves. So by freshly grating it yourself, it's gonna be creamier versus buying it in the bag that's already shredded because it gets a little dry. If your cheese is nice and cold, it'll be so much easier to grate. Now for Oaxaca. So this is a Mexican cheese. It's very similar to mozzarella, but I find that the Oaxaca has a nice salty bite to it, very similar to like a string cheese. So let me show you. It's a beautiful, creamy, melting cheese. Makes a very traditional quesadilla, even though our quesadillas are a little more Tex-Mex, not really traditional. But all you're gonna do is just shred it and pull it like that when we add it onto our quesadilla. Perfectly cooked, 4 to 5 minutes, that's all it needs. It's a game changer. Whole new piece of chicken. Heat the skillet over medium heat. Avocado oil. So you just want a thin layer in the bottom of the skillet. You can totally do this on the grill as well. Monterey Jack cheese. Add the chicken, so see how I sliced it nice and thin? So that way it closes. Onions and poblanos. You could add whatever you want to this. There's no rules. So I just freshly sliced these jalapeños, so it'll give a nice little crunch. Fresh cilantro, because I'm madly in love with it. And you want to finish it with the Oaxaca. Heat to be medium-low heat, then add both of them in side by side. Perfect, that's what you want. Cook the other side until golden and the cheese melts. You want to hit the side with a little bit of avocado oil so that way it doesn't burn. For the lime crema, I just use Mexican sour cream and fresh lime juice, even the lime zest. Add a little bit of my homemade roasted salsa from scratch. This recipe is in my cookbook. Super fresh, incredibly delicious. All right, let's taste it. Here's why I love Mexican food. The fresh, bold, in-your-face flavors. And that's what this quesadilla is all about. It's not a cheese overload. We added just enough cheese to hold the tortilla together and sandwiched in between. That way we could fold it and sort of saute it. But you get that tender, succulent chicken, the onions, the poblanos, those thinly sliced jalapeños that have a nice little snap to them. You taste tons of flavor. Listen, cheese cancels out flavor. Don't cheese overload it. This is so good. So good. Oh my God. And my roasted salsa, forget about it. And there you have it, chicken quesadillas that you can make at home. And making the flour tortillas from scratch isn't hard. Super rewarding. And you know what? You can do it. It's not that hard. If you like this video, you learned something, give me a thumbs up, comment in the comment box below, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to check out more of my other videos, click this link or this link. I'll see you there.